In this example, we're going to explore Python data types. So another way of doing comments in Python is to have a hashtag, and I use those for single line comments. These will not form part of the documentation, they're just reference for me as a programmer. Anything with the triple quotes would become part of documentation if we were to create that. So think about how you're using comments. So we're going to look at strings, numeric literals, and in numeric literals we will have integers and floats, and we're going to look at booleans. Strings. This would be considered a string literal. It's not assigned to a variable. If we want to make a variable, we give it a name. And if we want to use it in a print statement, we would do it like that. Because it doesn't have quotes around it, that indicates that we're using a variable name, not a string literal. Let's clean that and start fresh. So we can see I'm a string line 6 is printing right here. We don't see the direct results of name equals string, but when we print string, then you see it. So let's look at some numeric literals. Again, we can print them directly. We can assign them to a variable. And we can print that variable. Exactly the same thing. So we get the I'm a string, string 42 and 50. We've printed the string literal, we've printed the value of the variable. So the variable name, age, that's representing a space in memory where this number is stored. A single equals sign is the assignment operator. If we were to compare something, and I'm going to actually do this a little bit with a Boolean. So we're going to have a same equals true, print same, and this is getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but we could do if nope, we don't even need to do an if statement. We're just going to print age equals 42. So I'm taking a literal, comparing it to my variable, which is 50. And let's see what happens. I want you to predict what happens. Think about what should appear on the screen here. That helps you understand it. So we got our string literal here, true. But if when we check to see if age equals, and that's our comparison operator, they are not the same, so it gives us a false, which is a Boolean response. So those are the primary data types that we start working with. There are others, but this is what we're going to start working with in the beginning of working with Python.